XL Friday, I'm going to open the phones back up, but I wanted to remind people as we go Memorial Weekend, certainly remembering those that died in the military, but also those that have Memorial Weekend that remember loved ones like Michael Brown and Eric Garner and so many that we've lost. But I'm so proud of Leslie McSpadden, Michael's mother, who has gone on and will get her graduation. He was denied that by being killed by police there in Ferguson, Missouri. Let's go back to the phones, opening up to you, whatever's on your heart, whatever's in your mind, keeping it real with Al Sharpton. 1-877-532-5797. Let's go to Washington, D.C., WOL 1450 to Brian. Brian, you're keeping it real with Al Sharpton. Brian, I don't hear, so let me go to Bain in Detroit, WCHB 1200. Bain?
Yes, Reverend. And look, as you already said, the military who served the United States, especially a lot of black military people. I went through my history and found out there was a lot of black military that came out of South Carolina from Camp Mount Ford Point, who served in the military, especially during the Second World War. It was like a bunch of military who supplied the other military who needed help, and they was there the backup team. Mount Ford, South Carolina, military camp there. And also, let's not forget the Red Tails. The Red Tails who served the military out of and helped the Fifth Army. And I had a brother that ran in the Fifth Army tank who helped Patton move the Germans out of Africa and so forth. But I also had, and it doesn't say this, but I also had a brother to work with the Seabees, the black Seabees you very seldom hear about, in the South Pacific, who helped clear the land so that they could land and supplies and whatnot for the military to take over in the Philippines. So we have a lot of honors that our black military had served, and may we never forget them. And thank God that we can be as citizens. We are citizens in this free land of ours who helped free it. Our black who were in slavery, and they still went and helped folk to free themselves.
All right. Thank you for your call, and you're correct. We must tell those stories like the Red Tails and other stories like you have brought up, Ben. Thank you for your call. Let's go to Larry in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, WNOV 860. Larry?
Hey, Mr. Sharpton, it's a pleasure speaking with you.
Pleasure's mine.
I just have a little story I'd like to share with you.
Okay.
This past Sunday, I was out, I'm a construction worker, and I'm out working my construction out on the street. And just so happened, these two white guys and one white girl, they come walking past, and, they're trying to preach the word of God. in a black neighborhood, which I have no problem with that. But it just caught my eye that they was in the black neighborhood trying to preach the word of God. So they came over to me and they asked me if, the belief in God and all that. I said, sure I do. I said, but let me ask you a question before you ask me any more questions. And I said, did you all vote? And they said, yeah. But the other one said, I didn't. But the two said they did. And they said, I said, well, who'd you vote for? And they said, well, I voted for Trump. And the other guy said, I voted for Trump. I said, how could y'all be out here preaching the word of God and you vote for the devil?
And what did they say?
They got out of the neighborhood, man. They went and got in their car and got out of there.
I think, it's interesting. Thank you for your call. I don't get in the name call. I don't call any particular person a devil, but I say what they do is very devilish, if not demonic. And it's interesting how people cannot justify the connection between what they preach, what they proselytize, and then how they translate that into their practical political participation. Is very interesting. You cannot represent a